All right, let's get started with our Y-bell workout. We're going to warm up on the TRX. So mid-length for your straps. Face the anchor to start. We're going to start with some nice squats. Feet are hip-width apart, elbows right under your shoulders. Push back into your heels and then push up from your heels. Nice, strong with the legs, light hold with the hands, keeping your shoulders over your hips. Next one is going to be a low row. Take an angle, your arms are straight, legs are together, pull your hands to your chest. After the first one, you might find you need to step forward or step back to get a nice warm up level low row. Today's workout is going to be very similar to the ones we've been doing, where we do all upper body, all lower body, then core, and then we finish with some compound moves. Next one's going to be a static lunge. Right leg forward, left leg back. You're going to put all the weight in your right heel, or the majority of the weight in the right heel. The left knee tracks right under your left hip. Straight down and up. Shoulders stay over the hips. All right, then we're going to do the left leg forward, right leg back. All right, face away from the anchor. Start with your hands shoulder height. You're standing up straight. We're going to lunge forward. Arms go straight over the head and push to come back. Drop the back knee. That gets the leg. Push with your hands when you come back. That gets the arms and the core. So this movement really warms up everything. Now we're going to keep everything the same, except we're going to rotate over the front knee. Whichever leg is forward, rotate that direction, alternating. All right, now we're going to do a roll out. Start with your arms below your shoulders. Feet are together. Roll until your arms come up to about your ears. As you lift your arms, think about tightening the core. I like to hold it at the top and really feel your core engage. One more. Turn around and face the anchor. Bicep curl, palms up, elbows high. Now we're going to do a hinge. So widen your stance a little wider than your hips. Your hands are palms down about waist height. Hinge, push the hips back, push the hands forward. This will help us with some of the movements. As you come up, you squeeze your glutes and come to a full standing position, not leaning back and not leaning forward. You come right up to a full straight up extension. A couple more of these, really get those glutes ready to work. All right, nice job. We're going to start with bicep curls. You'll need 2 Ybells that you're comfortable doing bicep curls with. Hold them in the middle handles. And we're going to start with a palms up bicep curl. Sorry, we're going to start with a hammer curl. That's palms facing hammer curl. So your legs are a couple of inches apart, shoulders rolled back, core tight, and here we go, hammer. Think of pulling on the way up and pushing on the way down. Many times you see people that don't go all the way down, or it's dropped on the way down. So if you think of pushing, it takes care of both of those problems. Pull and then push until you get to full extension. Pull, push, working it both ways. It's a two for one. All right, next one is going to be tricep kickbacks. So if you're going to switch Ybells, get different Ybells. With a tricep kickback, your feet are a couple of inches apart. Again, you hinge at the hip. You want to get your upper body as low as you can without feeling it in your lower back. Elbows are high, and then you kick back. Remember, as you come down, you stop at the hip. So there's no swing on the way down. You stop, no momentum, kick back again. Stop at the bottom, kick back. This is working the back of the arms. Good. Rear delt fly, we're going to do just the right arm. One Ybell in the middle handle. You can come over to your bench and put the left hand on the bench and do the rear delt fly like this. This gives you full support for your back. Now if that bothers your wrist, you can do the rear delt fly like we often do, which is resting your hand on your leg. But I think in this position, if you're able to do it comfortably, not only does it help you really isolate the rear delt, it also works the core when you're in this position. Little hold at the top, control on the way down. Next one's going to be a front raise to a steer. You need a Ybell that you're comfortable lifting up with both hands, with your arms straight. So make sure you have a nice tall posture. Both arms lift up, and we're going to steer just to the right, back to the center, and down. We'll stay on the right. You're getting front delt working here, and then a little bit of rotation in the shoulder joint when you do the steer. All right, time to start over. Back to the bicep curls. This time we're going to do a stable grip. Hold them in the middle handles, and you push the outer handle against your wrist. Palms are up. Now when you really push the handles against your wrist, you feel a little more intensity in this movement than you would with a dumbbell or with a regular hold using the Ybells. I really like the way this really kind of fires up the shoulder and the forearm while you're doing the bicep curl. All right, stop. Now the next one is a tricep kickback. Get the Ybells that you want to do a kickback with. We're going to add a palm up at the top. At the top, you flip the palm up before you bend the elbows. Same position, you hinge at the hips, get your upper body as low as you can. Elbows stay high at your ribs. Kick back, flip up the palm, and then return, stopping at the hip. That little flip up at the top really works the triceps. All right, done with that one. Rear delt fly, just the left arm. One Y-bell, middle handle, left hand. Right hand is going to go on the bench. Rear delt fly, left hand. I'll turn so you can see. All right, done with that. Now the next one's going to be that front raise. Get the Y-bell that you're comfortable doing a front raise with both arms. And we're going to steer to the left. Lift, steer, and down. Make sure that your shoulders aren't rounding forward. Sometimes you just need to stop and reset your posture. You always want to train with good posture. We want to train the muscles correctly. One more time through. We're back to the bicep curls. Middle handle, palms up on the way up, and then you turn for a hammer curl on the way down. So palms up, stop at the top momentarily, you turn, and then hammer on the way down. Stop at the bottom, turn your palms up, stop at the top, and turn your palms in. Next one's tricep overhead extension. We're going to go to one Y-bell. So pick one Y-bell that you can do over the head with both hands. Probably a little heavier than what you used with two hands. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. And then tricep overhead extension. Stand up nice and tall. Make sure you're not arching your back. Now what I really like about this one is that third handle, what's called the apex of the Y-bell, really changes that pull as you lower it. It feels much differently than if you're holding a weight, a regular weight, doing the same exercise. I really like the way this one feels with Y-bell. We got one more. Be sure when you come down that it's slow and controlled. Good job. All right. Rear delt fly, both arms now. So in the middle handle, hinge at your hips as low as you can without feeling it in your back. Pull from the back of the shoulder, hold at the top, control on the way down. Sometimes with rear delts, we tend to throw our body up when we lift the arms. Try not to let your upper body move. Only lift the arms using the back of the shoulders. Think about the back of the shoulders. And the arms are tracking kind of right along the chest line. One more rep. All right, done with that. Front raise, one Y-bell that you can lift with a straight arm. And this time, we're going to steer once to the right, once to the left. So front raise to the right, and then come down. The next time you go to the left. Now, it's an increased challenge for your shoulder if you want to steer twice every time you go up. So that would be up, steer to the right, steer to the left, and then come down. It's a lot longer to hold it up there. If you can do it with the weight you have, then give it a try. If not, do one rotation at a time. Upper body is done. So you get 30 seconds if you need some water. Take a drink. We've got lower body next. Lower body is going to be three exercises that we repeat 3 times. The first one is going to be a goblet squat, holding the Y-bell, both hands, apex down. So choose a Y-bell that you want to do that with. Your feet are hip width or a little wider. The apex points down. We're going to go down 3 counts, sitting into the heels, up 1, down 3, up 1. You want to make sure that your hips are going back, the weight's in your heels, and you don't feel this in your back. If you do feel it in your back, try a lighter Y-bell. And if you still feel it in your back, then don't use any weight at all. Down 3, up 1. All right, now, if you can hold this Y-bell, the one you have in your hand, on your shoulder comfortably to do calf raises, keep this. Otherwise, get a lighter Y-bell. We're going to do calf raises on the shoulder. Make sure you're standing up straight. Push all the way up to the top of your toes. Your toes are going to be forward for this one. And anytime you have a weight on one shoulder, it's trying to bend you, rotate you, and you are using these muscles to stay upright. You should feel that right here. Really push to the top, squeeze your calves. One more. All right, you can put that one down. Now we have a single leg reverse lunge. One Y-bell in your right hand that you're comfortable swinging up to your chest. You're going to catch it in the left hand. So we start with the Y-bell in the right hand, in front of the right thigh, reverse lunge with the right leg, step together, swing it. This is how I want you to start. If you can lift your knee up when you come up, that's going to increase the challenge. Add a balance challenge. Either one is fine. Do the one that you can do with the best control. Now, the other thing about this reverse lunge is you don't want the Y-bell to be out here because that throws you off balance and it causes rotation. We don't want rotation. We want to stay straight ahead. We got one more. Good. Now we start over with the squat. So get the Y-bell that you want to do a squat with. Apex is down. This time we're going to go down on 1 and up slow. So here we go, down on 1, up slow. Everything else is the same. The weight is back in your heels. And especially when you're pulling up slow, pushing up slow, you really feel the pushing into your heels. One more. Good. All right. Calf raise. A Y-bell on the left shoulder. Again, you can go with that heavy one or you can get something a little lighter. Hold it in the middle. Put it on the left shoulder. We're going to point the toes out just to work the calves a little differently. If that doesn't work for you for balance or for whatever reason, keep the toes forward. And then remember the straight posture, the tall posture. Squeeze your calves on the up. All right. Then we have the left leg reverse lunge. Y-bells in front of the left thigh, in the left hand, left leg reverse lunge, swing. And remember your option, step together. You do not have to do the knee up. Do whichever one you have the best form. You're getting the most out of the lunge. Last one. One more time for all three of those exercises. We go back to the squat, the goblet squat. One Y-bell. Apex down. We're going up and down at the same speed, just singles with a hold at the bottom. So hold and then push up. Down and hold. Push up. Good. Now with this hold, sometimes you feel it in your back. If you're feeling it in your back, and you can do single goblet squats without feeling it in your back, go ahead and switch to those. Or again, go lighter or use no weight at all. One more. All right. Calf raises. We're going to put the Y-bell in front of our chest this time. So I'm going to go a little lighter. I'm going to hold the Y-bell apex up right here. Point the toes in. We did out last time. So in, calf raises. Now we have the weight in the center of the body. But we're still working those calves. So when you push up, squeeze your calves. This works the inside of the calves a little more. And sometimes you lose your balance. And one more. All right. Reverse lunge is the last one. We're going to alternate the legs this time. And you'll actually see this one again in the finisher that we do. So start with the right arm, right leg. Same arm and leg moves. Remember, you're keeping that Y-bell right in front of your thigh. Swing and switch. Swing and switch. There won't be a knee up on this one because we have to switch legs. And that's your last one. Nice. All right, legs are done. So grab a drink if you need it, and we'll get to core. That'll be next. All right, core. The first one is going to be a Ybell that you can press away from your chest while you're squatting. So if you're not sure, err on the light side. We hold it with the apex forward, one hand on each handle, squat, press it forward, bring it in, and stand. Now, I forgot to tell you, but put your legs, then step together and do a halo. That's it. So we're going to have to move our feet. Step out, squat, press, bring it in, step in, halo. The halo is going to be a plank. And we're going to alternate which leg we move and alternate which direction we do the halo. We got one more. All right, next one is a teapot. You want a heavy Ybell for this. It's going to be in your right hand. Perfect posture. You're really lifting up, straightening your spine, lifting the crown of the head to the ceiling. And we bend to the right, letting that Ybell stretch you over. Use your left side muscles right here to pull yourself back to the center. So stretch back to the center. Now be careful. I'm going to turn. Be careful that you don't round forward and that you don't lean back. You're standing straight up and you're bending laterally only. And when you pull up, you're using these side muscles to pull up. You should feel it on the left side. We got one more. All right. Next one is going to be a lunge forward with a rotation. Get a Ybell that you feel comfortable holding here. And we're doing only the right leg. We step or lunge, rotate over the right knee, come back and step in. Stay on the right. Now, when you feel like you've got this pretty well controlled, then I want you to power that rotation a little bit, almost like a Russian twist, so you can really feel the core work. Last one. All right. Now you need a Ybell that you can swing from hand to hand. So let's start there. The legs are hip width apart. Start with the Ybell in the right hand, swing it to the left, catch it, release to the left, catch in the middle, switch, catch in the middle, switch. Now we're going to add a little hinge. Hinge, swing and catch in the middle, switch, hinge, catch in the middle. Alternating the hands. Make sure you're squeezing the glutes to stand up. If you feel this in your lower back, take the hinge out and do the swing without the hinge. Last one. Good. All right. Now we do those one more time. Squat, press. Get the Ybell that you're comfortable pressing away from your chest. We step out, squat, press, bring it in, step in. Now halo. Keep a nice strong plank on that halo. Step out, press, and then halo. Alternate the direction of the halo. Now the halo not only works the core, but it's a great shoulder mobility exercise as well. Gets that shoulder rotating almost in its entire range of motion. This is your last one. All right, next one. Teapot. This is your heavy Ybell in your left hand. Your feet are hip width apart. Bend to the left slowly. Just let the Ybell stretch you, and then use your right side to pull yourself back up to the center. Make sure your shoulders are back. You're not rounding or leaning back. One more. Yeah, good. Lunging forward. This will be the left leg. Get a Ybell that you're comfortable rotating over the knee. Left leg lunges forward. Rotate over the knee. Step back. Once you've gotten comfortable with it, add that power to the rotation, treating it kind of like a Russian twist, so you really feel the core, the obliques work. Make sure you have the weight in your heel as you lunge. This is your last one. Nice. Get the Ybell that you're comfortable swinging it from one hip to the other. All right, so we'll start in the left hand this time. Hinge, swing. Alternating sides. Make sure you're squeezing your glutes when you stand up. This is your last one. Good. Okay, we're on our last 5 minutes. It's your compound move AMRAP. I'll count. We'll do 10 reps of everything. We'll probably get through it maybe 1.5 times. There's 4 exercises. All right, so first one is the alternating reverse lunge with the swing and a bicep curl, kind of like a bicep curl. We did this one in upper body. So start with the right hand, right leg, reverse lunge, swing it, switch. Swing it, switch. Now you can swing with a straight arm, or you can swing with a bent arm, depending on the weight of your Ybell. And remember, once again, we're keeping that Ybell in front of the thigh, so there's no rotation. It helps with your balance. We got 2 more. I think it's a loose 10. All right. Next one is rear delt flies. 2 Ybells for rear delt flies. You have them in the middle handles. We're going to step forward with one leg, hinge into the hip, or hinge into the heel, fly, step back, other leg. Good. Keep going. Make sure the weight's in the heel, You're hinging right over your thigh. Core is strong. Pulling from the back of the shoulder. Three more. Here's your last one. All right, next one. We're going to do a walking lunge, rotating over the knee each time, alternating the legs. Now, I'm not going to take very many steps, but you can walk across the gym. I'm going to count to 10 steps. So we step forward, rotate over the knee, come back, step together, other leg. Alternating the legs, alternating the direction that you rotate. You're going to rotate over whichever leg is forward. Step together, rotate. Make sure that your weight's in the heel on your lunges. We have 5 more. Last one. All right. Now, the Ybell that you need next, you're going to start here and here. So one that you're pretty comfortable swinging again. Let's put it in the left hand. The left leg is going to move. We step out, let the Ybell come between the legs, knee up, swing it to the right hip. Step out, swing it to the right hip. You can leave the knee up out and step together, still swinging it to the right hip. One more, then we're going to go to the other side. So it's in the right hand, right knee comes up. You can do it without the knee up. One more. Good. Time to start over with the reverse lunge and bicep, or swing or bicep curl. All right, so right leg, right arm. Here we go, reverse lunge. When you come up, you can do a bicep curl swing and switch, or you can do a straight arm swing and switch. Four more. Last one. Good. Rear delt fly, 2 Ybells. Stepping forward. Into the heel. 1 rear delt fly. Step back. Alternating the legs. Really try to get your upper body hinged over your thigh. Weights in the heel. Pulling from the back of the shoulders. Four more to go. We're just barely going to make it. We have 10 more seconds. Last one. Oh, that was perfect. And there's the timer. Great job, you guys. All right. Get water if you need it. And then we're going to stretch on the TRX. Mid-length still. We'll start with the lower back. Hands are waist height, legs are wider than your hips. Hinge. Push your hips back, push your hands forward. That should feel real nice on the back side, lower back specifically, hamstrings. All right, roll it up. Now we're going to pull back and bend. That again gets the lower back, hamstrings, and now this time we're adding in shoulders. So you should feel a nice stretch in the shoulder blades. Good. Bring that up. We're going to turn around and face away from the anchor. Open the arms out to the side and step forward only as far as you can comfortably. This should feel nice in your shoulders. It shouldn't be painful. And we're just going to hold this, opening the shoulders and the chest. This is a really nice opening stretch. Relax your shoulders, breathe. All right, now we're gonna step back. You can do the other leg if you like, and this time the arms are gonna go straight up over the head. And once again, find where it works for you, where it's comfortable, but it's a nice stretch. Make sure you're not arching your back. You have to engage your core here to keep your torso straight. All right, and push back. Now we're going to walk forward so the arms are by the ears, your legs are wide, and we're going to get shoulders and torso now. You rotate as you swing the arms side to side. Just keeping a gentle pressure in the straps. We're not leaning against them, but we're pushing into them. So it really adds a lot of mobility to this stretch, which is moving the shoulder through its range of motion. Now stop with your arms right above your head. Walk your feet in just a little bit. Bring the elbows down to the ribs and feel that nice opening in the chest. Arms back up, bring them down again. Let's do one more. All right, and you guys are all done.